Now I would like to welcome our next contestant, please. Will you come in, sir? Will you tell our panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
John Kresse, Brainerd, Nebraska.
Mr. Kresse, and he is from Nebraska. Now, Mr. Kresse, if you will whisper your secret to me, we will show it to the folks at home. Well. To help classify Mr. Kresse's secret, it concerns something that he was. And, Bill, let's start with you this time.
This thing that you wear, Mr. Kresse, was there a title entailed?
No.
Would it help us to know when you were this? I assume you're not it anymore.
It might be helpful. You mean time, you mean date or time of his life?
Time of his life, more.
Yes, that would be helpful too, I think.
Were you this, Mr. Kresse, when you were in your teens?
Yes.
Was it something that a man usually is not?
At that time,
teenage boy.
Nobody had been.
You were the first, then, to be this that you were, is that right?
You were the first?
Yes.
Yes.
And there have been a lot, or there have been some since. Mr. Kresse, did the thing that you were have anything to do with a physical feat that you could perform?
An athletic feat or a physical achievement? No.
Nothing like that.
All right, $20 down, $60 to go, and we go to Bess Myers.
Mr. Kresse, would it help us to find out in what category you were this? For example, sports. Did it have anything, apparently not sports since it wasn't a physical feat. Was it in show business?
No, ma'am.
Is it important for us to know what the category would be?
It's a difficult category to give any one single name to,
I
Bess.
see. Did you receive any publicity when you were this? Did lots of people know about it?
Did a lot of people know about this? This was not a widely known thing at the time.
No. Were you happy about being this? Was it a pleasant thing?
Yes.
You are not sure. Was your mother happy?
I think he was positive. He was just thinking that over. It was a happy thing.
Mm-hmm. And wasn't anything that required any physical... Did it require any special training, any kind of education to be this?
No.
Did it only...
$40 down, $40 to go, and we go to Henry Morgan, please.
Mr. Kresse, pardon me.
Yes.
It's emotion. Mr. Kresse, were you this thing in Nebraska?
Yes.
Some years ago. Then it was pretty sparsely populated, I imagine, at the time. Was there any mechanical device involved in your secret?
A mechanical device, no.
Was there anything to do with land?
Land? The land is not expressed in the secret, but it is implied.
That is, did you found a town, or did you get a charter for the state, or whatever? What did the state do? Did you found something? Were you the first settler somewhere?
No.
I think you'd have to say that yes, he was the original settler, the original inhabitant.
Were you the...
What was the question, Henry?
I got it mixed up for a moment with Oklahoma. I was thinking of the Sooner, like you were the first man into the territory when the...
$60 down, $20 to go. We go to Betsy Palmer, please.
Well then, were you the first man? No, you couldn't have been the first man in the town.
Don't fight it,
No,
dear.
he's a teenager. Well, do you have some idea, really? Because I'm helpful. I mean, would be happy.
You mean what?
I can't spit it out. No, now, does this have something to do with a particular town in Nebraska?
Yes.
A large town like the capital of Nebraska.
What is it, Bess?
The capital of Nebraska is...
It has nothing to do with a large
St. Louis.
St. Louis, no, that's
That's
Kansas
an Idaho.
City.
That's Kansas City. That's right.
Augusta.
Try
Augusta?
Omaha.
No.
Try Omaha?
Really, Henry, do you know what this man's secret is?
Certainly.
Well, tell me.
I wouldn't for any amount of money.
Well, really, this happened when you were a little boy.
Yes.
You were the first person.
Happened when he was a little boy. Panel, Mr. Kresse's secret is, back in 1917, he was the very first boy...
To enlist in the Army.
to become a girl. No. He was the very first boy in Father Flanagan's Boys' Town. When Mr. Kresse was 12 years old, he ran away from home, and he had quit school, and he wanted to find a job. Now, jobs were not easily come by at that time, and he was picked up for truancy. About the same time, Father Flanagan had borrowed $90 to purchase an old building in Omaha to carry out his dream of sheltering homeless boys. Father Flanagan happened to be in the courtroom the day that Mr. Kresse was brought in, and he came forward and offered to care for Mr. Kresse. He also took another boy from the court and 3 homeless newsboys, and thus Boys Town was started as a reality. Mr. Kresse, how long did you stay at Boys Town?
5 months.
Why only 5 months?
Then Father Flanagan got me a job at Highway on the farm, and I went over there and worked.
You got a job as a choro boy?
Yes.
What do you do now, sir?
I'm farming.
He's a farmer. The only difference is instead of being a choro boy, he now owns his own farm in Iowa. In Nebraska. In Nebraska. So, living proof of what can be done. To date, by the way, over 9,000 boys have lived part of their lives at Boys Town. It's now a city in itself. It covers over 1,000 acres. It includes a modern farm and a dairy herd. And since Father Flanagan's death in 1948, his work has been carried on by Father Wegner. Thank you, Mr. Kresse, for being with us. And here is your money, and here are the Winstons that you won. Thanks so much. Do come back and see us again. Now, panel, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises, go to small dark room, take not your blindfolds with you. You will not need your blindfolds.